Lost over 10 episodes because I didn't realize this went out. It went back to this. On the WAV format on the editing software, all I had was a sync-in part, and it sounded fine. Until I went back and checked everything again, and then all of a sudden there's no sound at all. It was fucking annoying. And it did the same thing in here. I set it to the Turtle Beach headset, which I use for my mic, on both separate things, and then my webcam decided to go, I'm gonna flicker and dick with him. Yeah, I'm gonna do it now, in fact. Hurrah! Straight from the start. So, this is going to be me going back through every single part, several chapters. I'm gonna fly through these chapters, in fact, because I'm not reading all those 6-page essay sort of work again. Okay, I know if you want to. It's just really aggravating. I've lost so many episodes to this day. It's unreal. What the hell is that? That's a fish. I've lost so many episodes this day. It's been unreal. And I can't even go further than that. That's weird. It's just been so aggravating. It pisses me off. It really does. Losing over, I don't know, about 6 hours worth of 6 hours working on here. It hurts. Literally, it hurts here because it knows for the past several days of me recording, gone out the window. That's why this is late. The episode you're watching now, the It Moves, right? This should be out in. Let's see what day we're on now. This should be Wednesday. This should have been out on Saturday. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Yeah, let's read that. Number one is Fear of Dark. We're at the bottom of the ocean, so yeah, ironically all that. If you want to read it, I'll pause it here and then pause it there, because I don't want to read all this again. I'm not in a good mood right now, okay? I'm in a rant mood. Sorry if I'm going to rant. Fear of suffocating. You do that when you're drowning. Oh, there's another fear or something in there. Probably, I don't know, fear of death. Fear of the unknown. Yeah, that's true. Fear of flying insects. You mean the fish flying around. Fear of something else, which is probably death. And there you go. Cool. Seriously, I'll even do the same sort of conversation I did. At the bottom of the ocean, there's so many different things. There's unexplored areas, certain amount of creatures. I mean, see that fish right there? Jesus Christ, that's a loud motorbird. That fish there, those sort of things exist. I'm not kidding, they literally do. There's all sorts that exists down there. There's stuff bigger than the great white shark, stuff. It's unreal. That nobody knows what's at the bottom of the ocean. You want me to jump into the death-defying hole that looks like a giant mouth? Sure. I'm just going to continuously sink dropping down, because this is so freaking annoying to me. Oh. Hi. How you doing? I'm not pissed off at all. I got a big smile. Oh, look, that's delightful. I got munched. I'm happy. So happy that it's all breaking. If this doesn't work, no episodes today. Woo! What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed. Since I had woken up, perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me, that I was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me after all. It had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible and mustering every ounce of courage I could. I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket from me, and what I found on those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my mind moved the blanket, it brushed against something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a giant hand. I felt my breath in terror. I held my breath in terror, as I was sure it must have known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir, it felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to the disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, laying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. You mean it's like that? Not gonna lie, but that's like something sleeping with you. Literally, I've had hands there, and the head's there, and then you got the other hand somewhere around here, and then they're just asleep. You know, you probably got your brother. Oh, he's either got his brother or something in there, just sleeping with him. I realized I would have had to move this cadaverous appendage if I had even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Sorry, I yawned. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch that straggled my own oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch his face, although I wondered to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved! On to the next chapter. I'm not kidding, I'm several chapters ahead in the story already. Hostia. This game so reminds me of those weird Japanese those. You know, remember the Japanese games they did? They got the really weird ones like Aniki. Yep, save. Sure, back over this one, file 7, sure, go for it. It just solely reminds me of the Aniki sort of stuff. It's just... I didn't see that before. Mannequin, red mannequin, can't say anything about it. Okay, I feel like a midget and that's a red giant. Cool. It's really weird. And that looks like a giant tumor, which I have to go inside. Let's go to the giant tumor and say hello to all the mysterious, wonderful creatures inside. Everything freaking crashing. Oh, it's a great day. It's a great day for me. Doing all the good stuff in my life already. What the fuck are you? The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Fair enough. It's a great day. I've done so many good deeds already, and everything. As soon as I do good deeds, karma hits me in the face with instant evil. I'm not kidding. I cut all the grass. I helped my mother out. I filled in form to Wrath again, all sorts, and then everything's blowing up in my face like a freaking nuke. What's in this room? A giant pillar of some sort with faces upon faces. This so reminds me of freaking Anarchy. And we've got a face at the bottom just constantly nose twitching. Okay. Okay. This isn't weird at all. This is not weird at all. And what? Then we've got Jabba the Hutt here. At a crossroad in life, what does one do? Stand on the crossroads if you will, but if you not choose it, I'll move on without you. And having once chosen, never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision. Okay. For even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. Well, I'm going straight ahead. Why the hell not? I'm going blocked. Okay, okay, I'll go left then. Gonna get blocked. Okay, I'm gonna get blocked. Okay, I'm gonna go backtrack like this guy said that I shouldn't do. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, weird places in the go. Go on, we gotta listen to this, your raving band of weirdness, you weird creature of some sort. Oh, just so annoyed. Hello, random smiler. I'm not kidding, I've lost so many episodes, it's unreal. Too many, in fact. It's awful. Do you mind? I'm talking to you. I've lost far too many. So many. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, this would have definitely gone out on Saturday, because I'd have just shoved it out anyway. Oh. Thank you for that. Are we good to go? Back to our normal life? Getting attacked by a weird creature? It moved, it was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As his hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed against the cool wall which the bed lay against. All of that happened to me in that room. This was the strangest. That's a sight I would never like to see. I like how you done like a JPEG mouth on it as well. You shouldn't have done that, you should have just left the mouth off. I realized that the clutching, rancid thing which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed. By the way, I'm going to be checking my freaking underneath my sheets every night now because of this. It was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Oh god, it got closer. Suddenly its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blanket. I now realized where it was taking me. Into the wall! I fought for my dear life. I cried and suddenly my voice returned to me. Yelling, screamed, but no one came. Then I realized why it was so eager to suddenly strike. Why this thing had to have me now. Through my window, I hope to God this is so recorded, because if so, there's no episodes today. That window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside. Well, there might be a vlog actually. Striked hope to the first rays of sunlight. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would soon be gone. That's an awful thing to see underneath your shades. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted slowly, pulling itself up my chest. Its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, rasping. I do not remember its features, I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contentment, was bathed in sunlight. I passed out as the scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. Christ. That's awful. That is legit awful. Chapter 9? Or 8? If it ever loads. I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. A wonderful sight indeed. I had survived the most horrible experience of my life until then, and now I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I had believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that it would try to take mine, and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold, frost-bitten night I woke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there, sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from the deep within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large room, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. Damn, son! It moves. They didn't last that long either, that's an awful thing. It moves. A game by Snow. Wait, that's the end? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, hello. Music by blah blah blah. That is so awful by that I'm controlling this dude right now. If that's a real story, my God. The parents could only last it for 10 days, yet they've made their kids suffer for, I don't know, 2 years? That's freaking awful. Based on the story, Bedtime by Michael Whitehouse. Awesome. Cool. Play testing by optical. That is freaking awful though. Don't get me wrong, the story is good. If it's based on an actual like a written storybook, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like to give it a reason time. But my God, that is so awful. Am I just gonna be wandering in a eternal place forever now? Okay, that was a new face. Is anything gonna change? Or is it just it's getting darker and darker and darker? The end. Awesome. Nope. Is that it? Completely done and dusted? Yep. Done and dusted. Cool. Awesome. I wasted so much time in my life today trying to sort things out. If this is recording, I'll be happy as recorder because that means that it moves is finished. It felt like I go through everything again about 4 or 5 times so everything works again. So, until then guys, as always, I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? So you're saying you couldn't, nobody would find the exit, but I just found the exit. Now where's this go? Does this get shoved in here? In here? Well, this looks like it'd be important in there. No? How about over here?